In the following example, you can see that we have drawn a shape using the Cartesian coordinate input. In this example, we are going to redraw this shape using the input values given to allow us to see how the Cartesian coordinate system works. Now, the following shape is a 150 by 150 rectangle, which we're going to create using the line command. When you activate the line command, the command line will now ask you to specify the starting point of your line. We want the intersection of your X and Y axis, so we'll enter 0, 0 and press enter. We now wish to draw the first horizontal line of a rectangle going across the X axis only. So we're going to enter the coordinates 1, 5, 0, 0. So 1, 5, 0, 0 and press enter. This will now form your first line segment. We now need to move, again measuring from your 0, 0 axis along the X up the Y axis to our next point. So that measurement would be 150 along your X and 150 along your Y. So we're going to input 150, 150, 150, 150, press enter. This now performs the second line segment, and we now have to create our first horizontal line going backwards. Now again, we're going to be measuring from the 0, 0 axis. So we're looking at the distance that we're moving along the X and the Y. In this case, we are only looking at the Y axis. So we don't have to move along the X. So the input value that we're going to go with is going to be 0 for the X, because we're not moving on the X axis. So that will be 0. And 150 on the Y, as we're now moving up 150 to that coordinate point. So type in 0, 150, press enter, and you have now created your third line segment of your rectangle. Back to the start of your rectangle, and to achieve this, we're just going to come back to the intersection point of your X and Y coordinate, 0, 0. Enter, press enter once again to finish off your line command, and you have now created the rectangular shape. Now you have to go and create the circle that is within the middle of the rectangle. You need to specify a center point for the circle and a radius of the circle. Now to achieve this, you're going to use the circle command and place it at 75, 75 across your X and Y axis to get the midpoint of your rectangle. Now activate the circle command, and the command line will ask you to specify the center point for the circle. So again, this is the midpoint of your X and Y direction across your rectangle. You're going to specify 75, 75 and press enter. That now is you're now being asked to specify the radius of the circle, and you will enter 30 for 30 and press enter. You have now gone and redrawn the shape using the Cartesian coordinate system.